Okay guys, I have a beef brisket. It's a small one. I don't know why I bought it. With inflation, yeah, so I probably won't be cooking any more briskets for a very, very long time. The price will never go back down. You know, inflation's here. Anyway, I'm not real happy about all that, but anyway, on a lark, I bought this brisket and I'm gonna cook it. And I'm doing it in my offset, just Texas style brisket. I put steak seasoning on it. I trimmed it up a little bit because I had some real thick fat. I think it was like a 9-pound brisket. It's probably an 8-pound brisket right now. Shouldn't take too long. It is rather uniform across there, but it is thin on the flat. So I will be wrapping this thing. Plus it's small. So I'm gonna smoke it for about 3 hours and then I'm gonna wrap it until it hits 200 and then that's it. I mean, you don't need to overcomplicate these things. So that's what I'm doing today. Got a lot of work to do outside. I don't think it'll probably maybe 10-hour cook at most. So anyway, you just saw me fire up the pit. So let's get it done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, hit the arrow up or down. Do something, okay? I'm shadow banned. Instagram too. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But you know, that inflation, boy. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something else about inflation. It never goes down, ever. That's why the banks buy hard material goods like houses. It's inflation proof. Yeah, now you know. They print the money, they give you some free shit. Everything goes up, you get screwed, you lose wages basically. It's theft. But the banks are just fine because they own all the houses or the gold or the cars. Everything, all material items goes up. They're inflation proof. So welcome to the system. Free shit isn't free. Okay, if you look at this wood, guys, I have a buddy that sells it, makes it, sells it. It's small pieces of oak. Okay, and he makes sure it's dried out. It's almost like wood chunks. But the deal is, with these small pieces like this, they burn just a light blue smoke. And that's what you want. I'm not sure if I said this already, guys. What I like to do with my briskets, just use steak seasoning. Use your favorite seasoning on your brisket. Okay? I see all these guys with these fancy sugary rubs and all this garbage. You know what? Don't need it. Just get your favorite steak seasoning, hopefully it's mine, and put it on there, rub it on there, and smoke your brisket. I'm doing mine at hopefully at 250 until the meat hits 200. But for me, that's the best results I get. And if you look at any of these TV barbecue people and all this other stuff, they're just putting salt and pepper on, crushed black pepper all over their briskets, and then they cook it, and oh my God, they're world famous. But that's just how you do it, you know? You're just talking about building your bark. I don't see a lot of people gnawing on the bark first, do you? No, they cut the brisket, they eat the meat, eat the little piece of the bark with it, whatever. But I don't see anybody licking the bark, you know? Gotta get realistic here. Okay guys, I don't know if you can see that. I sure hope you can. Blue wisp of smoke right there. And that fire is just getting going. It's not coals yet or any of that. But that's about the heaviest of the smoke I'm gonna get out of the smoker with my buddy's wood. And it's all oak. You know, I'm not gonna say it's post oak, water oak, whatever. He lives up in the piney woods. And he gets oak, he cuts it, he splits it. And he makes sure it's dry. He has a little moisture meter or something like that on it. Anyway, it's my favorite wood. Now I love mesquite. Don't get me wrong, anything and everything I love over mesquite, but that's because it's a Texas thing. But oak's number 2. After that, apple, cherry, all that crap, pellets, you know, you can just go down to the local dump with all that. I'm not really into that. I'm being real opinionated today, just because I'm kind of cranky. But it is a beautiful day, and I'm gonna go put on some shorts. You know, it is February 10th, I think, and It's hot, but look at that. See? That's what I'm talking about. See that smoke? That's what you want. Just a little blue smoke. So I need to go get that brisket. We're gonna throw it on there. Let's get to smoking and working on my truck and all sorts of good stuff. Here's my new truck. It's an 01 and 200 grand on it. Didn't cost me 200 grand. Anyway, it's a clean truck. I've been watching this truck for like 10 years. Finally got my hands on it. Anyway, needed a truck, didn't need a new one. Just needed a truck, and I think I did pretty well. I'm happy. And it's a Texas truck, so it's not all rusted out, cancer and all that crap. Awesome, awesome. I put the fat end towards the heat, the flats towards the exhaust, and I put it, towards the exhaust end. And fat side up. That's just how I roll. This is why I use my buddy's wood. Right there. You seeing that? There's no smoke. It burns clean. So your wood matters, We've all done what we need to do, but I think if you're being like a perfectionist or something, this is the way to go. This wood really works. Okay, snapperheads, here's the thing. It's time to wrap in tin foil. It's 2:15, so that brisket's been going about 3.5 hours, I guess. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it. I haven't been really watching it. I've been just throwing some wood on. The temperature's been floating all over the place because the wind catches it, and really don't care. It's just how I'm rolling. I know what is gonna come out. So let's go wrap it. This isn't rocket science. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. Now guys, I normally do not wrap my briskets. I don't know, it's just a personal preference. Plus I like to give everybody, I like to troll all the barbecue groups and give people that use foil a hard time. And if you're using probes, meat probes, the electronic ones and pellet ovens, and you're sitting there looking at your phone barbecuing, yeah, I'm gonna give you some hell. I really don't care how you barbecue, as long as it comes out okay and you're happy with it. That's your business. You paid for the meat, and at the cost of beef right now, yeah, more power to you. So anyway, that's the deal. I just wrapped it, and I'm just gonna maintain my fire. It's been 3.5 hours or so. I'm figuring around 5 o'clock I'll stick a meat probe in there. Just the old thermometer, I'll stick it in there, see if it's at 200. If it is, and it jiggles like a fat lady's butt, then I'll take it off. I gotta get it to where it jiggles. So anyway, that's the deal. It's just because of the size. If it was a bigger brisket, I wouldn't have wrapped it. I would just let it roll. But since it's smaller, I want it nice and juicy. I want it to fall apart. I'm just worried about that flat is what I was getting at. Anyway guys, hit like and subscribe, and I'm going back to doing what I was doing. I put a new speaker in my truck, and anyway, that went okay, except for a couple of little plastic clips snapped off, and so now I'm trying to get out that Gorilla Glue action and epoxy and trying to fix that back. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay guys, my brisket is at 175. I figure I got about 3 more hours. It's 4 o'clock-ish. But if you look right there, check that out. Ooh, ooh. That is a fishing machine. Yeah,
Look at that. Got all my essentials. I got two, not one, but two drink holders. One of them's full. Got my little basket. You know, it's a Pee Wee Herman special. We can't go wrong there. You know, got the old Coke, the Coke plastic holder there. It says Coca-Cola. It's probably an antique. Of course, I drilled holes in it and ruined it for generations to come. But the sea turtles won't eat it. Anyway, I'm going right down this road over here because it's all marsh. And I plan on seeing if I can catch a flounder, redfish, trout, whatever. I really don't care because I'm just doing a little exercise action. Now, here's what I'm talking about, that wood right there. See that wood? Small pieces, people. Small, dried out pieces. Already blew through one bag, but you can see the smoke coming out of there. That's been like that all day long, and I just threw, 5 minutes ago, I threw another piece of wood on it. So, that's what you're looking at. My temperature's been running a little high. I've been rolling at the 275, you know, 250 to 300 type thing. And the wind is coming straight into the firebox. And so, you know, all the nice little gaps and everything. This isn't precise science. You know, trust the science. Well, the science is grab another beer and just don't worry about things. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go fishing. And, yeah, Walmart, dudes. I ordered that like at 9 o'clock at night, and at 9 o'clock the next morning it was sitting in my front yard. Amazing. Okay guys, 8-pound brisket. I cooked it for about 7 hours, maybe 8 hours, depending on when you want to start, right? So anyway, temperatures were bouncing around, the wind was blowing it in there. Not a problem though. I'm at 200, so what I'm going to do is take it out. I'm going to bring it upstairs, just going to leave it wrapped, and let it rest for about an hour. Then I'm going to take it out and I'll let it firm up a little bit, and then we'll cut it, and we can have some dinner. So anyway guys, that's pretty much it. Well, I'll show you cutting it and everything, but this is an easy cook. It's probably my last brisket, and I'm being serious. I mean, with inflation, you know, there's certain cuts of meat that just, I love brisket, but I'm not going to be paying these kind of prices for it. You know, the old Biden inflation, or Biden beef. Yeah, good luck with that. So anyway, here's the temperature I'm rolling, 225. I don't know if you can see that. But you can, I can feel it, y'all. Oh. It's jiggly. It's jiggly. Like I said, it needs to be at 200, and it needs to jiggle like a fat woman's butt. Anyway, let's poke some, let's see if any juice comes out of here. Seeing all that? So basically it cooks in its own juices. I have a video of a brisket I cooked in a big old giant pot. I just put it in there, had a smoke ring, and it just floated around its own fat. You can see all the juice coming out of that foil. So that's why, to me, you know, you're boiling meat when you wrap it. That's why I don't wrap. But with the smaller cuts of meat and everything, I don't want to be screwing around. I guess I could have just left all the juices in there with it, you know, and just let it soak, you know, while it was resting. But you know, I don't want that mess up inside my house, so I'm just going to let it drain out a little bit. There's still going to be more coming out. Anyway, y'all, gonna pull this out, bring it upstairs, let it rest, and and it'd be time to eat. Now that wood, like I said, I've been going on and on about that wood. See, check it out. And in another hour, it'll all be burnt up and be gone, and I'll be in good shape. Anyway, I'm just gonna let it go like that. Let me drain off this and bring it upstairs. Okay guys, my wife said she ain't waiting. So, it's been about 30 minutes. I was gonna let her rest for an hour, but she said she's hungry and she's the boss. And so there we are. So, what do you think of that? And here's what I'm talking about. You see how that jiggles? That's like a fat lady's butt right there. That is an awesome brisket. I gotta take some pictures. I gotta brag. I gotta call somebody. That's just awesome. It's already falling apart, y'all. Can't even get the damn tinfoil out from underneath it. Here's what I was talking about. It was falling apart. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Wow. Cutting it a little thicker than normal, guys, but just like hey. Stubbs original. That's how we roll, guys. Yeah. You don't need teeth with this brisket. Look at that. It just falls apart. Oh my gosh, that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat dinner. That's how I cook my briskets. Don't overcomplicate your life and do all sorts of weird things. You just gotta know how to do it. Do it to it. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe.